Here's a Ben 10 toy video from Atamaii TV.
Hey everybody, I'm Stu Carter from Atamaii TV. I'm about to start the summer leg of my World Toy Tour, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video. But first, I found these new Ben 10 Omniverse toys in Asia, so we're going to talk about these. So stand by for a Ben 10 toy review. So here's what I got. I got Toepick. I've got the new version, the energy outside of his armor. I've got the bad guy Malware. And I've got Rigg. Well, you ready to get these out of the box and have a look? All right, let's go. And here's a look at the back of the package. You can see all the figures that are going to be released for Ben 10 Omniverse. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can get a good look. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can get a good look. And we've already seen some of these, but some we haven't. So we've seen two of these Ben figures, and there's a third Ben that's come out with a kind of a light green shirt. Crash Hopper, I did not pick one of him up. Energy, Rigg, Toepick, Gravitac, right? Kick and Hawk, Shock Squatch, the new Humongosaur, Heat Blast, and Kyber, and Malware. Wow, okay. Well, you ready to get these out of the package and have a good look at them? All right, let's go. And by the way, if you're wondering, these are authentic. They're released by Bandai Asia. And essentially the identical packaging is what you'll see in North America by Bandai America. They see here's the sticker for Bandai Asia that they just put on the same package. So here's a look at Rigg, and I guess he's changed from last season, right? He was introduced last season. He's an unknown species, kind of a devil-like looking character, and sure enough, see, he's got this devil tail, which you have to assemble, kind of put on him. He's got a little hole in his backside, right? And he appears in this figure with aviator's helmet and glasses, and what they call an ascot. That's sort of that little scarf. If you look at pictures of old World War I aviators, guys who fly planes, they like to wear this stuff. And he's got his Omnitrix symbol on his belt there. You see it, and articulates at the hips and arms, and that's about it. And his head will move, yeah, like that. Yeah. And a nice looking character, and he's kind of a smallish figure. I guess he's small in the show too, right? And so that shows that. And also, I didn't mention he articulates at the knees and elbows, as well as the hips and shoulders. And Rigg, and it comes with this minifigure that's for the Omnitrix Challenge, which is kind of a departure for Bandai. Remember before, they usually give you some type of minifigure that works with the larger Omnitrix, the more expensive Omnitrix or Ultimatrix, and usually something that makes sound or light, something like that. And this one, basically you put it in the Omnitrix Challenge and it pops out. You play a game with it, and that's the lower price point Omnitrix. So it's a little bit different. No more voices, I guess, at least not for this release, not for this season. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Hey, he's got some details you see in his eyes. He's got his little pupils and that long nose of his. Kind of a beak. And those funny pointed ears. That's a Rigg. Interesting. One of the Omnitrix new Omnitrix Aliens. And then here's Energy, and we see him in his true form finally. Remember the last figure that was released for him, he's in this armor all the time. And I was kind of worried about that because I figured, well, how are you going to eat, or do your business if you have to wear armor all the time? So that's nice that he gets to come out of his shell, so to speak. And you can see he's got his Omnitrix symbol on his belt there. And he sort of has that harness-looking green harness thing going. And you can see his green. He will stand up on his own, but if you're going to move him around, because he's got little spindly legs, you have to be careful. But he can bend at the shoulders, elbows, knees, and hips. And these figures, all of them also have peg holes on the feet, so you can put them up on a diorama if you've got the right kind of pegs to put them in. He's got a number on his back for safety, for recall safety if there's a problem. And, that's your energy figure. And like the other one, he comes with his little minifigure to work with the Omnitrix Challenge, and this one is Energy, the minifigure's Energy in his old form with the armor, which is kind of confusing, right? But all right, it's interesting, something to think about. And yeah, it's Energy. And here we come to Toepick, one of the new Ultimatrix Aliens for this season. And he's got his own kind of armor, which, you know, if you've been watching my reports from the toy fairs, you would have seen, had an early look at him, as well as Jury Rigg from the New York Toy Fair at the Bandai booth there. And we were glad to see that. But now we've got him finally released, and I got him figured out a little bit. And not much articulation. He's kind of a chubby guy, but he will kind of rotate at his waist. See that? Yeah, like that. That's about it for his legs and feet. Nothing. And you can move his shoulders and his hands, his little claw-like hands. His armor does not come off. It's chained down, see? And you can see this. He's got those horns on his helmet going for him. That's kind of a cool little modification there. I kind of like that. But you can't see anything inside him. I guess the deal with him is that he's really ugly, which is a shame. I mean, what does that matter? You know what he looks like, I guess. But people are afraid to look inside his helmet, I guess. And the minifigure that goes with the Omnitrix Challenge is basically just a miniature version of him, of Toepick, with his armor and everything. Yeah, well, that's a cool little figure there. That's Toepick. Yeah, one of the new Ultimatrix Aliens. And finally, we've got Malware, and I suppose this is his second form. He appeared last season with yellow stripes, and now he's got red stripes with this yellow cross on his face. And the cool thing is this, you know, he's a bad guy, and he comes with a weapon. I suppose, I understand in the series, he absorbed one of those super powerful tachyon cannons, and this is what it becomes in the series. And so he gets to carry this weapon, which is good. You don't get enough weapons in these. And he's a pretty basic kind of figure, just articulates at the shoulders and the hips there, and kind of a small scale figure. And you know, we got his stripes going. Let's see if we can get his weapon, get him to hold his weapon somehow. Well, I'll tell you what, I tried, but I just did not see any way to get him to put this cannon in his hand and hold it. See, it'll kind of fit into his hand, but he doesn't really grasp it. He's got these grasping claw-like hands, and they fit around the cannon, but it doesn't really stay in. So, okay, all right. But it's a nice little display piece there with him, and it's nice to have something besides just a minifigure, you know, to go with. Yeah. So that's Malware. So here's all the guys together. You can see Jury Rigg's kind of the shortest of all these characters. Energy's the tallest, and Toepick's kind of chubby, you know, and Malware comes with that nice, cool tachyon cannon, which he can't hold very well. If you guys could figure out how to get Malware to hold the cannon, let me know, and I would like that. And also, I didn't mention, I said he could just articulate at the shoulders, but also you could rotate his hands, so you can rotate him kind of at the wrist. Yeah. So I mentioned the summer leg of my World Toy Tour, and that's coming up. In June, I'm going to be in Tokyo, Japan with my son Alex, and we're going to see the Tokyo Toy Fair. You're going to see great stuff from Bandai, Takara Tomy, Legos. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then in July, I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. Wow, tons of toys from Hasbro and Mattel and other big guys, and we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then, if I got any money left, I'm going to try to get into Hong Kong for my first trip to Anicon in Hong Kong, which has some new toys. People like Hot Toys displays new products there. So you're not going to want to miss any of those, so hit that subscribe button. And until next time, have a good day.
out to kill me. I guess I'm doing okay. I'm lost among the millions. Just an empty head filled with the sky. I separated my life between the boy